Hey everybody, got another video here for you. So it's time to start another guitar build. This could be the first build in the new shop. And before the old shop burned down, I'd been planning to build a guitar for myself. And about a week after the shop burned down, this neck arrived in the mail. So I went ahead and got all the rest of the parts necessary in order to do this build. This is going to be it's a Fender scale length neck and 24 fret. I think it's a 12-inch radius. It might be a 12 to 16. It's all mahogany, scarf joint. It's going to be an all mahogany build. A couple planks of mahogany here, and do the body out of this piece of wood, and do the swing bar and such out of that. And it's going to have Steinberger bridge with trem, but instead of the nut, I'm going to go with a faux headstock and use string anchors for like barrel tuners. And then this headstock here, it's got a ton of real estate available. I mean, it's almost big enough you could do a 12 string with this neck. But it's got so much wood up there that I decided that I was going to make it something pointy. And I was like, well, there's a lot of wood there. I could actually make 2 points. And I was like, well, wait a sec. How about making it 3 points and giving it a 3-prong crown? So that's what I decided to do. And I did a bunch of different sketches. And I think I'm going to end up doing this, something like that for the headstock. So that's the general plan for the headstock, for the faux headstock. It's going to get 20 millimeter thick neck with the flat heel, triangular heel, 40 by 90 millimeter with the neck screw bolts, machine screw inserts, and the trapezoid profile. And the Teflon tape on the back. Teflon tape's still on the way. Should be here today, tomorrow, something like that. And then the body's just going to be your typical minimalist kind of a thing. I'm only going to put on, it's going to have, of course, the Nazgul Sentient. You know me, I've got to have these. So it's going to get a Nazgul and a Sentient. And I'm going to use a mini 3-way on switch, which can be wired up to turn into like a 3-way pickup selector switch. Basically, you wire it the same way that you wire an AB both switch, but instead of using coil A and B off a single humbucker, you're using neck and bridge as your A and B both. So it's going to have the Nazgul Sentient and a 3-way switch, TESI kill button, and an output jack. I'm going to put on a on-off switch, but I still got to get one. And there's the shielded cabling, 4-conductor cabling, and a little electrical box thing that you can use to cover the back of the jack where it sticks out. And so, yeah, I've got pretty much everything I need in order to get this done here. All the basics are all worked out, like the sway bar and how all that's going to work and everything. And the only thing I didn't have is the bridge just came in a day or two ago, so I haven't worked out the actual final dimensions of the body. But it'll look like most of my other X13 type builds, more or less, or the barrel tuner, but with a Steinberger on it. And that's the pickguard material, single ply 2 mil for the depth pickguard in between 2 pickups. And this is the 1 mil shim material that'll be used to cover the routing in the back of the body. All the wires are going to be routed into the back of the body, and all the electronics are going to be installed from behind, same way Guitar 11 was. And And that's the basic plan. So the finish is going to be all natural. I'm just going to squirt it with lacquer and call it a day. No stain, no nothing like that. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. It's not going to get the interchangeable pickup system. I mean, I can always retrofit that if I want to. It's just, routing a couple channels and setting up some pickups and putting some JST connectors onto the wiring. So it's not a big deal to convert. But I think, I think I'll be happy with these pickups. So I don't think that'll be an issue. And I've gotten everything worked out as far as like, I measured like, the length of the fingerboard and how much overhang and everything, figured out how far from here down to the saddle line, stuff like that. So all I needed basically was to get the dimensions of the bridge and the bracket here so that I can figure out exactly what shape the body's going to be. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep these vids short. So I think that covers the basic design. And in the next episode, I guess, I'm going to be starting on the neck. I'll be using, where it is here. I'll be using my little router sled for thicknessing necks. And I'll be using the router and thicknessing that down to 20 mil, and then I'll be using the angle grinder and the Shinto rasp, and I'll recarve the neck for the trapezoid shape, and cut out headstock with the jigsaw, stuff like that. But that's the next episode. As far as the neck itself goes, yeah, it's all mahogany, and mahogany, being mahogany, doesn't have a whole lot of figuring. It's just got this nice, pretty grain to it. It's rosewood, no inlays whatsoever, which is kind of nice, actually. I like that. And but it does have the side marker dots already, so that should. I'm thinking I'll just leave it like that with no inlays on it, no stickers, no nothing. But yeah, I think that covers the basics. Got, straps, Diodario strap for it, and so strap locks. That's the thumb screws and hardware for the swing bar, and the screws to hold the base of the swing bar onto the standoff block. And, I think that's pretty much everything. So stay tuned, and you'll get to see me build this guitar. Until the next one, everybody, have a good one.